but this is not the first time that he has said this. He is pretty much locked down in the city of Baltimore because of an issue that he has with a judge.
Some very bad news for Gervonta "Tank" Davis and his fans, as he recently hinted that he could retire from boxing due to legal trouble. After being released from jail this July due to his hit-and-run incident from 2020, Tank Davis has landed in even more trouble after the judge in the case forbade him from leaving Baltimore, thus ensuring he can no longer fight.
So apparently the judge, during the time that he has his community service, is not allowing him to leave the state or leave the city area in order to do that.
After being essentially locked down in Baltimore, a frustrated Tank Davis has said that he might never be able to leave the city and train or fight.
Davis responded by saying, "Maybe never. The judge won't let me leave for proper training. Might be over. So the judge won't allow him to leave Baltimore."
So, what's the latest in the Tank Davis drama? What are the legal complications that prevent Tank from leaving Baltimore, and what did he say about it? Let's find out in today's video. A month ago, Gervonta Davis had some major plans of making a comeback to boxing after being released from prison. There were talks of Tank fighting the likes of Devin Haney in 2024, but it looks like fans aren't going to see their favorite boxing star fight it out in the ring, at least not now. The undefeated boxing superstar has sent shockwaves through the boxing community with a simple yet profound tweet. Responding to a fan's inquiry about his next fight, Davis hinted at a potential retirement by stating, "Maybe never. The judge won't let me leave for proper training. It may be over." But what's going on here? Why won't Tank Davis be able to fight? Let's have a look at how Davis landed in legal trouble in the first place. Now, the 28-year-old American boxing star faced significant legal challenges following a hit-and-run car crash in November 2020 that resulted in injuries to 4 people. Davis accepted a plea deal and pleaded guilty to 4 traffic offenses, which allowed him to avoid jail time initially. He was sentenced to 90 days of home detention, 3 years of probation, and 200 hours of community service. However, Davis found himself behind bars after violating the terms of his home detention order. He attempted to serve his home detention at the Four Seasons Hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse instead of the 1-bedroom property of his trainer, Calvin Ford, which was the location initially agreed upon with the judge. Davis's lawyer argued that Ford's place was too small for Davis and his security team, but the judge rejected this excuse due to the lack of a formal request for a location change. While in jail, Davis expressed his frustration, calling the judge crazy through a friend's Instagram live session using the prison's phone. Despite his public outcry, he served just 44 days in jail instead of the proposed 90. Upon his release, Davis immediately tweeted a saluting face emoji, signaling to his supporters that he was back home. Now, just last month, Tank Davis announced some more bad news to his fans. Davis addresses his followers, expressing frustration over the judge's decision that prohibited him from leaving Baltimore in a bid to complete the community service he's required to complete. The impact of these legal troubles on Davis's boxing career is profound. The restrictions imposed by the judge not only limit his physical movement, but also place significant mental and emotional strain on the athlete. The stress of legal issues can be distracting and detrimental to the focus required for high-level training and competition. For a boxer of Davis's caliber, who has established himself as a significant figure in the sport, the inability to train properly could be a critical setback. Training in Baltimore without the option to travel for specialized camps or sparring partners could compromise his preparation for fights. The quality of training facilities and resources in one's hometown may not match those available in other locations that are often sought after by elite athletes. Moreover, the community service obligations could further limit his time and energy for training, affecting his conditioning and readiness for future bouts. The cold Baltimore winters add another layer of difficulty, potentially disrupting outdoor training routines and affecting his ability to maintain peak physical condition. For a boxer whose career depends on maintaining top physical shape, such disruptions can lead to a decline in performance and competitive edge.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer. So that's that.
Davis's situation illustrates the delicate balance professional athletes must maintain between their personal lives and their careers. Legal issues, especially those that lead to confinement and strict limitations, can quickly derail an athlete's career trajectory. For Davis, the challenge now is to navigate his community service and legal restrictions while trying to stay in fighting shape, both physically and mentally. With the latest developments, the specter of retirement looms over Gervonta "Tank" Davis, not through the natural decline of physical prowess, but through the entanglements of legal woes and the stringent decrees of a courtroom. His tweet, laden with the weight of resignation, might suggest to fans that the gloves are to be hung up for good. Yet, the world of professional sports is no stranger to the emotional outbursts of its champions, often uttered in moments of intense pressure and frustration. There's a big question that needs answering here. Is this the end of the road for Davis, or merely a venting of steam in a career that has hit an unexpected roadblock? Davis's recent triumph over Ryan Garcia stands as a testament to his skill and marketability. It was a fight that not only filled arenas, but also the coffers, hinting at a career that is far from its twilight. Such a pinnacle of success rarely serves as a prelude to a sudden curtain call. The financial incentives alone are a compelling argument against the idea of Davis stepping away from the limelight permanently. Moreover, the competitive spirit that drives a fighter to rise through the ranks is not easily quenched. It is this spirit that often leads athletes to speak in absolutes when faced with adversity, only to return with renewed vigor once the storm has passed.
I got some people I want to get.
Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Tiafimo?
Yes.
Kambosos?
From the court's perspective, the stance taken is one of upholding the law, ensuring that even those who bask in the public adoration are not beyond its reach. The judge's decision to enforce the community service and restrict Davis's travel seems to be a direct consequence of what has been perceived as a lack of remorse, or an attempt to sidestep the gravity of his actions. The legal system, in its pursuit of justice, often pays little heed to the individual's career implications, focusing instead on the principle of accountability. This leaves Davis in a precarious position. The community service and the inability to leave Baltimore for training are not just a temporary inconvenience, they are a blockade on the path to professional progression. The rigors of boxing demand constant and meticulous preparation, something that cannot be fully achieved within the confines of his current restrictions. The judge's orders have effectively clipped the wings of Tank, grounding a high-flying career at least for the time being. Yet retirement in the world of boxing is a term often used loosely. Many fighters have declared their departure from the sport, only to return when the circumstances align. For Davis, the current situation may be a forced hiatus, a period of reflection and recalibration. It is a chapter in his life story that is yet to reach its conclusion. Besides, many experts in the boxing community seem to back Tank Davis, seeing the immense potential that he has. On November 7th, Gervonta celebrated his 29th birthday, and the internet was alight with praise and best wishes for the boxing superstar. Amid the wishes was a special message from none other than the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. His words carried the weight of his legacy, and the brevity of his statement only underscored its significance. "I wish you the best, N.A., 'cause you're the best," Tyson declared, his tone a mix of respect and firm belief in Davis's prowess.
For Tank, if he's watching, Gervonta Davis.
I wish you the best, nigga, 'cause you are the best.
The future for Gervonta "Tank" Davis holds a potential blockbuster bout that could redefine his career trajectory. The legendary Manny Pacquiao, an 8-division world champion and a titan of the sport, has expressed his intention to challenge Davis at 147 pounds. Despite Pacquiao's age of 44 and his absence from the ring since 2021, his ambition remains undimmed, and the prospect of facing the undefeated 3-division world champion Davis has sent ripples through the combat sports world. This proposed matchup is not just another fight, it's a crossroads of legacies. For Davis, it represents an opportunity to cement his status by facing one of the sport's all-time greats. For Pacquiao, it's a chance to prove that age is just a number and that his competitive fire can still challenge the best of the current generation. The fight, if it materializes, promises to be a lucrative event, drawing attention from across the globe. The fan reactions to this news are as varied as they are passionate. Some believe that Pacquiao's experience and skill could lead him to victory over Davis, while others argue that Davis's power and youth would be too much for the veteran. The skepticism about whether Davis would accept such a fight is also palpable, with references to his past bout with Ryan Garcia and the conditions that surrounded it. The potential fight against Pacquiao is a beacon of what lies ahead for Davis. It's a challenge that could either be a stepping stone to greater heights or a stumbling block that tests his resolve. The negotiations, the weight class, the terms of the fight, all these factors will play a crucial role in whether this dream match becomes a reality. As Davis navigates his current legal constraints and the possibility of this mega fight, his career is at a pivotal point. The outcome of these events will significantly influence his legacy and the narrative of his life in the ring. With the world watching, Tank Davis stands at the threshold of what could be the most defining period of his professional life. But we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Gervonta "Tank" Davis is indeed going to retire, or he's just stressed with the constraints placed on him by the law? Also, do share your thoughts on the Tank versus Manny Pacquiao fight. Is that a great fight for PPV views? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications so that you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.